Nonprofit Iowa City Movie Theater is losing tens of thousands of dollars after finding the Trump administration has canceled grants from the National Endowment for the Arts.
KCRG TV9's Abigail Curtin joins us now live in the studio with what this means for the future of that theater's programming.
Well, from outdoor film screenings to discounted or free movie tickets, Film Scene aims to create community through film. But the executive director says without that NEA funding, that mission will get harder to achieve. Andrew Sherburne loves cinema, but he says it's not a great time to be in the arts.
The arts have always been, kind of a hot button issue whenever there's culture wars, and so I think we're seeing that again.
Last Friday, he got an email informing him that $30,000 in NEA grant funding is ending 7 months earlier than it's supposed to. And he says the Trump administration is sending a clear message.
I think the message is pretty clear that they don't value the arts, at least not in the way that we do.
And it's not just Film Scene whose money is at risk. Theater Cedar Rapids receives federal funding to support its annual operations, which could go away under these cuts. But TCR's executive director says it's still up in the air. But Sherburne says this isn't just a detriment to Iowa's arts centers. It's a detriment to local economies across the country. Not to mention, it makes life worse for those patrons.
And the arts and culture are incredibly important to every Iowa community, no matter the size. That's what creates the quality of life that people really depend on when they're deciding where to locate a family.
After Film Scene announced its loss of funding, Sherburne says they saw an influx of individual donations, which he believes will help them stay afloat in the meantime. But he says it'll be an uphill battle in getting that funding back, one that will likely entail a lot of calls and emails to lawmakers.
This doesn't have to be this way, and so there's still, I think, room for the voices of our community to speak out and say the arts matter and we need to keep funding them.
Now, currently, Sherburne says because Film Scene's attendance has remained stable over the last few years, they're not planning on canceling any events or showings. In studio, Abigail Curtin, KCRG TV9 News.
Thank you, Abigail. A Dubuque